I think the biggest thing right now that that buyers need to be aware of and what this means for them in the market is how are these higher rates really impacting still the housing market? And because inventory is at an all-time low. So we normally run about 3 to 4 months of inventory in the market. And currently we're at 0.7% inventory in the market. So we are at a such low inventory. This increase in the interest rates has not slowed down the demand at all. So even though we are now saying rates in that mid-4, low 5% range, and that's kind of where we're forecasting them to remain for the short term of 6 months, we are absolutely not anticipating that demand to slow down any. Biggest thing that I can stress and focus are for those clients that have already spoken with the lender and already have a pre-approval and process, reach back out to that lender, have them update your numbers with these increase in rates. How does that impact your payment and your buying power? What is your comfort still at? And just to see kind of what impact these rates are personally having on you as buying your next home.
Yeah, so there might be some people out there who've been shopping, right, for a couple months. They got that pre-approval, and at that point, their rate was, maybe 4%. And they are continuing to shop. They're continuing to make offers. Now it's at 5%. And if they were borderline at 4%, they need to be looking at a new price point. Isn't that right?
Yes, absolutely. They really may have to drop their price point down, maybe even 20,000. So it truly is going to have a dramatic impact. Or we may look at having to put them in another loan program that would have expanded guideline requirements for qualification. So stressful enough for, the buyers reach back out, talk to your agent, talk to your lender, and make sure that you are really still looking in that right price point for you.
Yeah, better to do that before you're under contract and then not be surprised. So very, very important to make sure that with things shifting a little bit, that you are still qualified to purchase homes that you are looking for. And Amanda, you made a really good point. We keep seeing, we're hearing that this is going to affect the market. But I mean, we're still putting homes on the market and they're going with multiple offers very quickly. There's still a pretty good amount of folks with cash out there as well. And maybe not all cash, but they've got large sums of cash. So they can put down more money to kind of bring down their loan. Are you seeing folks in a kind of, as our prices are going up, are you seeing folks, making any adjustments, other than, kind of loan programs, different things out there, and what their strategy is for buying right now?
Oh, completely. You really are having to try to be as creative as possible on the financing end so that we can set that buyer up against what's probably going to be a cash offer or a large down payment, 50% offer, which is very difficult for especially the first time home buyers. So certain things that we're seeing and that we're doing are maybe not looking at the government programs as strongly as we once did. So we're looking at trying to put them a more competitive offer with a conventional offer. And how does that impact the buyer? Other things that we're doing are buyers that are looking at maybe are wanting to move up and have a home to sell, looking at creative ways to allow them to go ahead and get into the new house before their current home is sold, and how that looks for them once, during that process, and once they're in that new home and their old home is sold, and how to structure that net proceeds that they now have. And just, again, trying to do things that we really have not had to look at and be as creative on in years. And that is because we are in such a seller's market with really no end in sight.
Yeah.
So I'm hearing a lot of buyers also telling me that maybe they need to wait and put a pause on their home search right now. And, I really am trying to educate them to say, we are really not seeing the inflation, the appreciation of these homes slowing down or stopping. And we really do feel that where the market mortgage rate is where we're going to be for some time now. So